Hey everybody, welcome back to Rex Nebular and the Cosmic Gender Bender. Okay, so in my last video, I complained about a couple of things. But what happened after I posted the video, a lot of you posted some really great suggestions about things to do and things that I might have missed. So let me go ahead and cover the suggestions that people gave me. First of all, the one that is relevant here, and I'm not sure why I didn't realize this because I'd actually done it before. Somehow it didn't occur to me. When you want to use inventory items in this game, you can't just say something like, yeah, you can't use the verbs here. What happens is if you click on a noun, if you click on an inventory item here, the verbs relating to using that inventory item actually appear here. So what I was trying to do is use the verbs here and say put key in lock. No, you have to actually click on the key and then click on unlock here, and then you can say use the padlock key to unlock the control box. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that because I think I'd actually done it before. I think I tried to use this key to unlock another door, and somehow I guess because I had clicked on the key and I saw here the unlock, but when I was here it didn't occur to me, oh, you have to click on the key here and then use the verb here. Anyway, thanks to F. Drake for pointing that out. F. Drake mentioned, yeah, you have to just click on the key here, then you get the unlock verb, and then you can say use the padlock key to unlock the control box. And that happens. So once you remove the lock, the cover of the control box fell off. It seems to me that if the cover was that rusty, it should have been possible to just break it off, like pry it off, or just smash it through or something like that. But anyway, okay, so the cover fell off. Being composed mostly of rust, the release lever crumbled in front of you. This caused the winches to release their grip on the ropes, sending the boat crashing down onto the street below. So, well, that's one way to lower a boat. So yeah, so down there in front of this restaurant where we were before, that boat should now be on the ground. So we'll go ahead and check that out later, but that was in the lower city. So let's finish exploring the upper city if we can first. So I think that's it here. Did I try? I think I tried going this way, and I don't think there's anything. Yeah, it doesn't let us go that way, and I don't think it lets us go this way either. So we'll go ahead and check out that boat later. But let's get back in the car for now. A few things that I want to mention, because I got a few other great suggestions from viewers. Jeff Wertman suggested, instead of looking for batteries for the hermit who wanted batteries, why not give him the tape player? Because what he really wants is not necessarily specifically batteries. What he wants is a way to listen to his music on his Squawkman, which is presumably a tape player, right? So, let's see, can I go this way? I don't think I can. Yeah, it doesn't let us go that way either. So Jeff had the great idea of saying, you know, this thing, according to the game, has a built-in power plant that renders batteries obsolete. It's a tape player that never needs batteries because it has an infinite power source. So instead of just looking for batteries for that guy, because if we find him batteries, the batteries are just going to run out eventually again anyway. Why not give him this thing, which will let him play his tapes for theoretically for forever, or at least for his lifetime. That's a great idea. But if you try giving the tape player to the hermit, he just says, "I don't want that thing. Give me batteries." So I don't know if the game designers just didn't think of that idea. I mean, if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. But I mean, in real life, I think the guy would have said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it." But I guess the game designers didn't think of that. They didn't think, "Oh, well, if you have a tape player with an unlimited power source, then you don't need batteries." Or maybe they did and chose not to implement it in the game. I have no idea. Anyway, so that unfortunately doesn't work. So it's like I said, he says, "Oh, give me some batteries." So I guess we really need to find him batteries. One thing which I did notice while testing that, when you first appear on that screen with the Buck Luster video, I think it's called, where you can go into the alley on the right. When you first enter that screen on this car, the hermit does actually pop up for a moment. If you look on the right-hand side where there's that alley that you can go into, if you watch the previous video, like you can actually see, I rewatched the previous video, you can actually see in the video, when you first enter that screen, the hermit does kind of peek out of the right side for a moment. And I guess that's supposed to be the game's hint. That's supposed to be the game's way of telling you you can go there. But again, I didn't pick up on that. There are a lot of little clues that I'm not picking up on for some reason. I don't know why. I guess I'm just expecting too much of a usual adventure game. But this is a little, this isn't necessarily I mean, it's obviously, it's not a Sierra or LucasArts adventure. It does have its own sort of way of doing things. Like that whole thing with the repair list. Wow, I realized somebody commented after I complained that it's hard to find the repair list in the bar. When that woman with the repair list in her pocket, when she mentioned the repair list, there were literally 3 huge arrows, and I even commented on the time, what's with those arrows? There were like 3 huge arrows pointing right at the repair list in her pocket. And somehow I didn't pick up on that. I just said, what's with the arrows? So, the game does some very obvious signposting, which I guess I'm just expecting something more subtle. I'm more used to adventure games being kind of subtle with their clues, and something so obvious as 3 arrows, 3 huge arrows that fill half the screen pointing at what you need to click on. Somehow I'm just like, what is that? What am I supposed to do now? So yeah, unfortunately you can't give this to the hermit. Other suggestions that I got, Mr. Thesper said, why not give the bones to the dog? I have here in my inventory 2 bones. And there was that dog in front of the car repair place, which killed me. So Mr. Thesper said, why not just give a bone to the dog? And again, I'm really amazed that I didn't think of that, because especially since that's basically a puzzle directly from King's Quest IV. You remember in King's Quest IV, there's that moment where that huge dog charges you, and you deal with the dog by just throwing it a bone. So I don't know why I didn't think of that. I was somehow thinking of something more violent. And I think I'm not too far off with that, because I tried it. I tried giving the bones to the dog. First of all, you can't say give the bone to the dog or bones to the dog, because that causes Rex to get too close to the dog, and the dog will still kill him. You can say throw a bone at the dog. You can throw a bone at the dog, and it does work. But all that happens is that the dog actually devours the bone. Like, the dog is so voracious that it'll literally just like gulp down the bone in a couple of seconds, and then it will still eat you if you try to approach it after that. I tried it with both bones. You can throw one bone and then throw the second bone, and the dog does the same thing both times. He just gobbles up the bones, and then he'll still gobble up you if you try to get too close to him. So I think that it's kind of like that, that purple tentacle, which we had to give the dead fish to, and then it poisoned one of the fish with the burger. I think that's the beginning of a puzzle solution. I think the bones probably are part of the dog's puzzle solution, but there's something else that we need to do with the bones as well. Maybe we need to somehow... I wonder if we need to somehow attach one of the charge cases to one of the bones to make it explosive or something. I don't know. So I think that's a good idea. Thanks for the suggestion. I think that's part of the solution, but that's clearly not the whole solution. And speaking of charge cases, finally, Johan Yartilius suggested, why not use a charge case on the safe? So remember in Bruce's place, there's that safe on the wall, and I was thinking, well, obviously, there must be a way to get inside the safe, right? And Johan said, well, my first instinct was to use one of the charge cases on the safe. Also a good idea. I tried it, and it doesn't work. So again, remember when I looked at the safe and I got a second message about how it said in the charred remains of the safe you can see a key? I think that's a bug in the game. I think that's a bug that's only supposed to appear after the safe has been blown open. So clearly based on that, that suggests that you are supposed to blast open the safe somehow. And obviously, these charge cases containing something explosive, that seems like a logical candidate for what you'd use to blow it open. But again, I think that's the start of a puzzle solution, but it's not the whole solution. We need something else. Probably need to use the timer module or something like that. I don't know. But anyway. Okay, so thanks everyone for all the suggestions. Great ideas. And like I said, I think that's getting us closer to solutions to some of these puzzles, but that's not the whole solution yet. Other than, just clicking on the key and then using the unlock function here to get that lock open. Okay, back to the game. So where were we? So we are... Right, so we're here at the Williams bypass, so let's keep on going. Oh, is that it? Did I already see all the... Have I already seen everything on the upper level? So Williams bypass is where we are. Buck Luster video, yeah, that's where there was the alley on the right where you can go and see the hermit. Abdul Service Station, yeah, that's where there was that dog that killed us. North Sea window, that's where there's that huge sea monster thing that was staring at us through the window and sticking its tongue out at us. Yeah, and this is where Bruce's place was. Okay, so we have actually seen everything on the upper level of the city. Okay, so we can actually go back down to the lower level now. I didn't realize. I thought it would take longer to see all these places, but this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there's only 9 places, so I guess we've seen. Okay, I guess we've seen all of them. Okay, so let's go back. So the east maintenance elevator, that's where we came in. That's where we came in from the through the teleporter from the women's settlement. So we've seen that. Right, this is the one I skipped over. Yeah, I skipped over this one last time because I was kind of incredulous and thinking, wait, can I actually go to all these places? And I wanted to test it out. But yeah, we can actually go to all these places. So let's go to Macho Pro's software, which I skipped over the last time. And yeah, we're descending to the lower level because it's on the lower level of the city. All right, here we go. So let's see what we have here now. Once again, I'm just going to quickly... Looks like we can't go... we can't go... Oh yeah, here... This time he doesn't even walk to the edge of the screen. It just says the street goes on for quite a distance. Okay, all right, then let's see. So here's a laboratory. Judging by the shape of the building, you can conclude there must be some kind of research laboratory. The large microscope on its roof serves as a subtle hint, or a not-so-subtle hint, and that shouldn't have an apostrophe. Here we have Macho Pro's software, which is obviously, like I said, upon on Microprose, the company that made this game. The software store looks like a large monitor. You suspect in your sly and clever way that it is not a real monitor, but is in fact a facade. Haha! Nobody can pull anything over on Rex Nebular. Alright, this restaurant is literally in the shape of a toilet. You wouldn't seriously consider eating at an Excreta Hut franchise, would you? Think about it. Alright. Oh, and it's Jean Bidet's Excreta Hut. Okay, can we, let's see, here's the software store. It has a large monitor on its roof. There's a sensor at the door leading you to believe that it is an automated entrance. Over here there's a motel. According to the reader, it's on the car. This must be the Barnett Motel. You, of course, have better things to do now than just sleep. To do just now than sleep, so your interest in the motel is short-lived. Alright, fair enough. Oh, there's an air bike here. Wow, an honest-to-goodness air bike. You haven't seen one of these babies since you were a kid. Too bad the thing is old and rusted. You would love to take this beast for a ride. Yeah, that's too bad. Cycle shop here. It's Sid's Cycle Shop. There's an old air bike parked in front of it. Let's take the air bike. I'm being facetious. I'm assuming that won't fit in our inventory. So rest you'd probably fall apart the second you put the kickstand up. You'd better leave it alone. Alright, fair enough. I guess we can't use that. At least not now. Is there a way inside this motel? Doesn't look like it. I don't see an entrance. There is an entrance. Oh, there's an entrance to the restaurant, but it doesn't seem like we can go in. Open restaurant. Can't think of any way to get it open. Alright. I don't see a way in there. There does appear to be a way inside the software store, so let's try going in here. Yep, that even opens. Oh, it still works. That's nice. Alright, here we go. So, bargain vat. What do we have here? Boy, is this thing full. Let's see. Freighter Commander with secret cargo mission discs. Krinitor... What? Okay. F98.3, CEO's Request, Sim Intestine, Balance of the Checkbook, Ultimate Roman Numeral, Super Scribblet on 8-inch discs, Desk Mole, Squarebert, Wow, Breast Quest 24, an OS2 hint book. There must be 2 dozen titles in here. How many of these are references to real games? I think most of them. I mean, Freighter Commander could be almost any Microprose simulator. Krinictor Ford's Flandia, that's kind of like maybe a reference to the legend of Kyrandia. F983 is obviously a reference again to Microprose simulators. CEO's Request is, I'm assuming, the Colonel's Bequest. Sim Intestine, obviously, you know, the Maxis Sim games. Balance of the Checkbook. What is that? Balance of the... I can't make out what that might be a reference to. An Ultimate Roman Numeral. I don't know what that might be a reference to either. Super Scribblet. I guess Scrabble? I mean, there's Scribblenauts, but I don't think Scribblenauts had been released at the time of this game's release. I think Scribblenauts came after this game. Desk Mole, don't know what that is. Squarebird is obviously, I guess, supposed to be Qbert. Or is that a reference to Dilbert? Was Dilbert already popular when this game was released? I feel like Dilbert... I mean, I know Dilbert existed at this time, but I feel like Dilbert came later. I mean, it existed, but it wasn't, like, internationally known and popular until after this game came out, I think. Breast Quest 24 is obviously a reference to Sierra's Quest games, although I don't know why they called it Breast Quest, because it doesn't sound like Kings or Space or Police or anything like that. And OS2 is, of course, a real thing. Okay, can we, well, there's a swirling light. This must signify that the light specialist store is running on selected software. Can I take some of the bargains? You have no need for the bargains now. Can I take the swirly light? You've always wanted one of these for your bedroom. You better find yourself a new bedroom first. Can I take the pole? No, it's not Space Quest 3. Alright. Alright, there's this, oh. Anti-shoplifting sensors. Walking through them with an unpaid-for software package would probably be unwise. Okay. Walk to old software stand. I like the way the word old is flashing on that. They even then they understood, oh, old stuff is what appeals. So what do we have here? You're surprised to see that Polyester Suit Peter is still around. You dream of starring in your own action-packed graphic adventure someday. Oh, if only you knew, Rex. Yeah, so this is Polyester Suit Peter. I have no idea what that might be referenced to. Can't imagine. And it's not like the art on the box clearly mimics the style of a certain Sierra adventure series that was popular at one time. The old software runs on a computer platform that hasn't been available in decades. You'd better visit a store that has updated its inventory this century. Alright, well, have you heard of emulators, sir? Pad of paper. Something's written here, but you can't read the handwriting. It looks like cuneiform. Can we take the pad of paper? You have no need for it. Okay. Cash register. Looks like normal retail point of sale cash registers. Can we open the cash register? It doesn't have a no sale key, so you decide not to embarrass yourself by spending hours trying to figure out how to get the drawer open. Okay. So, what's on the cash registers? A pad, a jar of pencils, and a small pen light. Can we take any of that stuff? Where's the pen light? Okay, here's an advertising poster for Nasty Nick Takes on the Bronx. Looks like an arcade shoot 'em up. I don't know if that's a reference to something. Here's another cash register. Oh, here's the pen light. Oh. That's a little bit misleading. It said the pen light is on the counter here, but it's actually on this counter here. Okay. Can we open up this other cash register here? I'm going to assume this one is probably the same model, and so we probably can't do anything with it. Yeah, same thing. All right. But this pen light looks useful. It is a small metal cylinder with a bulb at one end. That sounds like... I know of a cylinder with a bulb at one end. Yeah, okay. So you pick it up and put it in your pocket. Okay. Seems like a reasonable course of action. Is that a pen light in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, we can disassemble it. I bet I know what happens now. Yes, I kind of figured. You disassemble, so you unscrew the cap of the pen light. Inside you find a pair of DURAFAIL cells. There's no apparent corrosion, but the cells have completely lost their charge. Oh, dear. Well, that's... okay. Hey, we can juggle them. Study better from one and then remember that you've never learned how to juggle more than one of anything. Okay, I wonder if we can recharge them. I mean, I'm assuming they exist as an inventory item for a reason. All right, what do we have back here? So we have advertisements littered with little flyers and posters, but it doesn't say what they're ads for. Ooh, here's the hottest software. A flight sim, an adventure game, a pretend you're in a movie game, a gee, I wish I really knew how to use a sword game, and various other escapist entertainment packages adorn the walls here. Remember when games like this were sold in stores? Those are good times. Can we take the hottest software? You have no need for the hottest software right now. Here's another software shelf. Get rid of word processors, spreadsheets, databases, communications packages, and other boring items. Let's take the boring items then. No, we have no need for the boring items either. Oh, here's a sign advertising Sahara Offline, 90% off. This, of course, was a reference to Sierra Online, in case anybody's heard of an obscure company of that name. You struggle for a minute on the first few letters, but you eventually manage to sound out all the words. Okay. I'm guessing Rex is not the smartest gentleman in the world. All right, the large one yields a beautiful panoramic view of the city, but I don't think there's anything else forthcoming from there. Large purple letters this time announces the name of the software store, in case you didn't know. Is that, is that all it is? It seems like, I guess all we got here was the pen light and the dead batteries. Okay. I don't know if I missed anything, but I'm going to guess that guy is not going to take dead batteries. I'm going to guess that he wants to test them in his Squawkman, and if they don't work, he's going to say, oh, I'm not going to accept that. Let's see. I don't think you can just give him the batteries and run off and say, yeah, I tricked you. Okay, so here we are in a laboratory. What do we have here? I'm going to guess, just purely on a hypothesis, that this is some kind of target. Well, okay, the fact that it says target area is probably a pretty good giveaway. That thing in the middle is supposed to be some kind of target that you're supposed to shoot at, and that this thing is a weapon. The fact that it says laser cannon is probably a good hint. This is a big laser cannon. From the hoses, you assume it's liquid cooled and connected directly to the city's power grid. This is one beast you wouldn't want to get in the way of. That is probably true. There's a lever here. This little lever is unmarked. It is unclear what its function is. Some sandbags here intended to protect the person standing at the console from flying debris. Okay, I'm going to assume the impact from this is fairly powerful. The monitor here, monitor is blank and obviously off. Control station is a small pedestal with a keyboard and monitor on it. Instead of standard characters, the keyboard is covered with odd-looking symbols. You don't understand any of it. So I really don't understand what the deal is here. I mean, we're obviously in a place where there seemed to be more than one language going on, because we were just in a software store where everything was in a language which Rex can recognize, and then here all this stuff is in some foreign language, or at least foreign script. So is this like one of those situations like, what do you call it? There's a word for when a country has two scripts to write the exact same language, like what you have in some of the former Yugoslavian countries. Like I think both Serbia and Bosnia officially both use Latin and Cyrillic letters for the same language. So it could be that these are just two different systems of writing for the exact same language, or they could of course be two totally different languages. So let's see here. So this is, wow, really? This is B. It looks like they wanted to say either this is or this must be, and they weren't sure, and they forgot to proofread this before releasing the game. This is B, the area of the wall that the laser beam is aimed at. Apparently it's made of something extremely durable. Okay. Let's go ahead and take the target area. Why not? That seems like something we can just carry around with us, reasonably. Okay, we don't need it. There is a Spinach Patch doll, which of course is a reference to Cabbage Patch. Whatever happened to Cabbage Patch dolls? I remember those as a kid. Are they still around, or did they go away with did millennials ruin them like everything else? It appears someone has left a small doll here on the pedestal. Perhaps they thought it was just too cute. Use the present urge to set the doll alight. We've always hated these things. Let's see, can we take the doll? You wouldn't be caught dead with one of these. You always hated these poorly made, commercialized pieces of junk. Well, come on now, Rex, that's a bit, You surmise that whoever built the laboratory also put the pedestal here with the intention of placing test objects on it. The laser appears to be aimed at a few inches above the top of the pedestal. At the moment, that would put the beam just about where that doll's left eye is. Okay. Yeah, the doll is sort of leaning off to the screen's left a bit, so maybe, I guess I can see that. All right, can we take the sandbags? They're a little too heavy for you to be lugging around. Can we, do something with any of this stuff here? Like, can we... There's not even a verb for turn on or anything. I mean, open control station? Push control station? No? I mean, you can't... Come on, there's got to be... There's no verb for turn on or use or anything. Boy. Okay. Is there anything here that I can look at? No. All right. I'm going to guess that what we need to use is that lever. So let's go ahead and... Do we push it or pull it? Let's try pushing it first. The lever is about as push as it's going to get. If you'd like to move toward you, you should consider pulling it. Okay, so there's no sign that says push or pull, so... All right, let's go ahead and pull it then. Let's see what this does. I was expecting that to be a little louder, but okay. Wow, you've always wanted to shred one of those stupid dolls. That felt really good. Of course, the laser is built for continuous fire operation and is still on. Oh, Alright, so there's a bullseye there now, and there's a laser beam that's still active. It looks like a good thing to avoid. Can I actually walk into it? No, it looks like the game doesn't actually let me walk through it. Oh, what's on that monitor? According to this monitor, the laser is producing about a terawatt of optical energy. The continuous updates on the monitor show extreme temperature variation. This is one serious laser cannon. Alright, I'm going to guess that we need to use the laser beam in some reasonable way. But what could we use it for? I wonder if we can blow up these charge cases with it. No. Binoculars, time module, Twinkie fruit. Let's cook the Twinkie fruit. Let's use it as a high-tech microwave. No. Bones, the log, the tape player, repair list, fishing rod, fishing line, compact. Oh! Maybe we can use the mirror on this compact case to, Oh, hey! You skillfully place the compact case on the pedestal in the path of the laser. You manage to reflect it straight up where it burns its way through the ceiling. Okay, that's something. Alright. I wonder, can I push that lever to turn this thing off? Oh, it's already pushed in. Is it like a toggle? Do I have to pull it again to... You tug the lever, but it seems to be jammed in the on position. Okay, we can't turn it off. Well, that's fine. So there's a hole in the ceiling, and the laser is still firing straight through it. Alright, well, I guess that's something I was supposed to do. That's nice, but I don't know what the purpose of that might have been. Maybe we'll surmise it later. Okay, well... Alright, well, I don't know what else to do now, so let's go ahead and go back to where that restaurant was and check on what happened with that boat. And then I think we'll be done with this video for now. Let's see, so we are here right at the Barnet, right, Macho Pro's Barnet Hotel and Sid's Cycles. So, yeah, that's the Sandbar Restaurant and Polly's Pleasure Dome, and what's the other place here? Oh yeah, the Sledge Mall. Yeah, we've seen this as well. There wasn't really anything there, if I remember right. There was just like a sign or something, a sign parodying McDonald's. Okay, let's go back to the Sandbar Restaurant, check on that boat, and then it will be time to say Onara. That just occurred to me. I've never heard a joke like that, but that would be a joke. That would be like a good setup for. Well, I don't know if it's a good setup, but that would be at least some kind of joke if there was an Irish person named Say Onara. I wonder if there's a joke like that. I just innovated that myself, but I've never heard of a joke like that. But that seems like it could be a joke. Okay, let's take a look at the boat. You have successfully lowered the boat into the street. Now what? That's a good question. That's always the question. What do we do now? Can we take this rope? I mean, rope seems like it might be useful. We can't take it. Okay. All right, fine. Is there like nothing? Wait, really? There's nothing in the boat? There's nothing... I can't take the rope. I can't do anything with the boat. Pull on the boat. Well, what was the point of that? That didn't do anything. Well, I mean, obviously it lowered the boat, but I mean, what's the point of that? I don't get it. Can we even go in? Have we blocked ourselves out of the bar now, or can we still walk inside? Oh yeah, we can still walk around the boat and go inside. Okay. Okay, well, gosh. I feel like I'm hearing a constant sort of hum in the background, and I'm wondering if that's the sound of the laser. Is it like one of those situations now where the laser is so loud that it's audible over the entire city? You know, they recently installed, kind of a funny tangent, but in San Francisco, they recently installed some kind of bike lanes, or I guess fences for bike lanes from the Golden Gate Bridge. But I remember reading in the news, the sound that it makes when the wind blows through these guardrails is so loud you can hear it over the entire city. Like in the whole entire city of San Francisco, there's this constant high-pitched sort of whining noise that you can hear from how loud the wind going through the new structure on the bridge is. So maybe it's like that. Maybe it's like now that we've turned on that laser, it's so loud that we'll constantly hear it all through this entire city. I wonder... Gosh, I wonder what I'm supposed to do now. I wonder if I was not supposed to lower the boat now. Maybe we're supposed to wait until there's somebody standing here and then lower the boat onto them to help them out. I mean, help them not be standing there anymore. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, gosh. I'm really confused. I did two things in this video which seem like they should... I mean, I lowered the boat and I set off that laser and blasted a hole through the ceiling of that laboratory. Both of those seem like they should be significant puzzle solutions, but they didn't seem to do anything. It didn't do anything. Now I'm disappointed. I was going to stop the video here, but just because I'm so disappointed, I want to see briefly if we can get disappointed a third time by trying to give that hermit dead batteries. I very strongly suspect that he's not going to take them, that we need to somehow recharge these batteries. Are they even rechargeable? They better be rechargeable, because if they're not rechargeable, then I don't even know what the point of them might have been. Yeah, here we go. Let's just go ahead and quickly make sure that he's not going to take dead batteries. Maybe we can kind of trick him into taking the dead batteries in exchange for his ID card. Maybe he won't realize they're dead before we run away. I really doubt that it's that simple. There's got to be something more to it than that. But let's, just because my curiosity is piqued and I'm a little disappointed. I feel like that laser should have been more spectacular than it was, but it didn't really... Other than just shoot a huge laser into the sky, it didn't seem to do anything. Now take a look. Yeah, see there? See how he's peeking around the corner there? So that's the game's way of signposting that you're supposed to go there. So I guess, once again, the game's using that as a way to show you there's something over here. But I guess I'm just not being observant enough. I'm just really missing a lot of the cues that this game is giving. All right, let's go ahead and... So here's the guy here. Let's go ahead and say give DURAFAIL cells to Hermit. If this works, I'll be amazed. Thanks. Wait a minute. This here's a 4-battery squawk one. You only gave me 2 batteries. You take these back and go get some more. 2 batteries. Huh. Really? Okay. We need 4 batteries. And they're not even charged, so I still don't know. Even if we get another 2 batteries, I doubt it's going to work, unless he doesn't check them before taking them from us. But, all right, well, gosh, I guess there's still more to the game than I thought. All right, let's go ahead and save here. Got 2 dead batteries. And that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope I'll see you next time for more of Rex Nebular and the Cosmic Gender Bender. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.